Hello and welcome back. On the last episode we learned the ways of the blades and we spent our time with Tagiri Kalba. We didn't really learn much besides the fact that he is the friend of Polypa who she told us about, and when she was attacked he should have killed her but he chose not to. And then he kind of had like a dilemma inside himself to whether or not he thinks the Alternian law is the best thing. Anyway. With that though, we finished Volume 10, and I believe it's time to start Volume 11. Volume 11 of Pals and Promise Made and Broken. Pals used in both titles. Oh well. Anyway. Another night, another long walk. Despite the blisters, you've started to feel truly optimistic. You've got a lot going on for you these days. True, you're still technically a castaway on a hostile planet with absolutely no hope of rescue. But if you're completely honest, Earth was pretty bad too. Sure, 98% of everyone here is a psychopath who would rip your face off as soon as look at you. But that's the other 2% that are really gonna make it all worth it. Okay, Mallek Adalov. Maybe you're pushing your luck at this point. A reasonable person would just hit up one of their many new friends and find a place to crash. But the night is young, so to speak, and you have a good feeling about this particular desolate stretch of road. You're just wondering where you should hide out for the day when a long car pulls up next to you on the street. You hunch your shoulders and keep walking, hoping they're just here for the scenery. But you are literally the scenery here. So when the back door opens and two trolls lumber towards you, you can't say a word in your surprise. We're being abducted, I guess. You are a little surprised when they each grab a hold of your arms and drag you into the car. Up until now, you've found trolls to be surprisingly chatty. You aren't expecting the assault and ask questions later approach. The car takes off before you have time to catch your breath. You'll never catch that breath. It's blocked behind you now. It's loose, and here you are without your breath, face to face with a troll who's leaning back on his bench seat, just straight chilling. The dome light glints off his blue eyes, and what someone less hip than you might describe as way too many piercings. He has many in his ears, nose, and eyebrows. He even has a couple in his horn. His hair is shaved in a daring, uncut. And his teeth are sharp. Okay. Hey. Well, you know. Oops. Oh well, ignore this. Save again. You know, always great to make friends when you just insult them straight away. So, oh damn. Some of your newfound self-confidence just bubbled out of you like a spit up from an infant. This is gonna go bad fast. But instead of immediately murdering you, he looks at you up and down, checking you out all your ragged glory. He smiles, slow and lazy. It does things to your gut, friendship things. His smile stretches wider, going slightly lopsided from his piercing. He looks like he looks like he likes what he sees, even if he sees what he sees as you being rude. Fair. I did get my boys to drag you off the street. I get how that is a little not chill. Sorry about that. I'm Mallek. Mallek doesn't look too sorry. But you're distracted by one of his boys, who's looking at you through a familiar pair of eyes hidden behind a fall of dark bangs. Oh, okay. I was wondering if you'd remember me. Remember, you doubt you'll ever forget, even with extensive therapy. Aw. Yeah, sorry about the cloak and laser nonsense. I just couldn't let anyone else get the fronds on you first. You know. Wow, he was looking for you? Like, specifically? For sure, dude. I've been following you. Really? You feel like you would have noticed someone like him. He doesn't exactly blend in. Mallek holds up his palm husk on Chitter apple when you recognize your own profile. Your follower count has gone up significantly since the last time you checked. Right. So everyone is going on about the new Chitter account. Alien Invasion of 1. Figure it is a publicity stunt or an imperial propaganda. Uninteresting, not worth my time. But then I start thinking, what if it's not? If this is genuinely isn't an invasion, how the hell have they survived this long? The drones should have obliterated a Colbert person like you read anyway. It's literally what I said. They should have taken your homeless head off a pair of years ago. They haven't. Why? What I keep asking myself is what I keep asking myself. Sorry. Then I figured out how you must be doing it. Without meaning to, you lean towards him. Have you finally found someone who understands and appreciates how terrific you are at friendship maneuvers? Who really gets your area of study? You're a robot. Oh, god damn it. Not even close. But he's so obviously and avidly interested in you that well, you tell a tiny little fib. I am a robot. Hell yeah. Hey, this is kind of crazy. I didn't know you were a robot. Huh, wild. Guess it makes sense though. You did have a sixth sense for meat and where to find it. Mallek looks intrigued. A meat tracker? That is interesting. Sure. You hope he doesn't try and test that functionality. You doubt you'd have another meat miracle in you. But all he does is keep giving you a piercing look between texting furiously. Then he snaps a photo of you. Oh no. He's not going to post that on Twitter. #robot. You can't be a hashtag. Everyone will know you're lying and blow your cover. Not to mention your mentions. Don't worry about it. Social media gives me the hives. You have a Google alert set for certain combinations of words. Oh, okay. After Zebra's place, you've been kind of expecting another lavish palace. But when you get out of a car that you see Mallek isn't indigo, he's cerulean. Like Elwood and Romele. And that one girl who kept boys in cages. Her daughter. Also, they're starting to think people's hives have more to do so with the taste than caste. Amicia had a homely little art studio. Dagora had those vases and stuff. Before he leads you inside of the apartment building, Mallek turns to Diamond and the other lowblood and starts messing with his palm husk again. Nice job, guys. I'm rerouting the Scythian drone shipment as we speak. Treyef, I'm sending you those DVDs you wanted. They'll be at your hive when you arrive. Bronzewood ruffian bows to Mallek. He looks a little uncomfortable and pats awkwardly on the arm. And Diamond, I'll send you your stuff to that shrub you live in. Thanks, man. You know, my office stands. I got a couple of extra coops. If you get sick of living rough. Diamond shrugs. Thanks, but I can't get tied down. Nice to see you again. Oh, well, at least Diamond's still kicking. He's managed to survive. And a friendly cerulean who offers his hive. You and Mallek ride the elevator all the way to the top of the hive stem. And he leads you to a surprisingly tasteful loft apartment. Come on. My stuff is upstairs. Isn't this whole apartment his stuff? Yeah, technically. Let's go upstairs, though. He brings you up to a higher level that his recruit shoved against one of the walls, and a couch shoved against another. But they are both afterthoughts and just an ungodly amount of computer stuff. Right when you got here, you probably wouldn't have been able to tell what it was, but now you're used to Alternia's weird bug tech. Squishy and organic and almost certainly alive. At least in a way that the plants are alive, though a couple of wires in there are almost definitely slithering. Mallek sits down in front of his screen and waves it in a single swipe with his claw. He gestures to you lazily into one of the several office chairs. It squeaks as you sit down and sinks a little under your weight. He proceeds to ignore you as he slides a pair of thin-framed glasses onto his nose, typing a list of commands into a text box. Then he pushes himself across to another screen with an alert flashing in one corner. You know what this is all adding up to. He's an IT guy. I mean, I prefer not to be called. Oh, crap. Huh? I have this joke I do where someone calls me a hacker and I say, I prefer the term informational specialist. But now that is ruined. Oh crap, hacker is totally your next guess. You could do it again. Nah, moment's gone. No worries. So he's a hacker. That's pretty cool and subversive. You wonder if he's part of Triz's secret anti-government movement. You almost ask, but then stop yourself at the last second. Whatever, did I say Tizia's? Whatever Tinia's anarchy landings are, you aren't going to blab them to some random cerulean. As much as you love to meet new friends, you really aren't about to throw one under the scuttlebuggy for no reason. Yeah, not a lot of blues get down to this sort of thing. Cool Bloods are much better with tech. They are a living battery. Yeah, they got that living battery noise. You know how it goes. All the Gold Bloods you've met have been, well, Zdaja did have the scouter thing, Cuprum's hacked a phone, or something. Whatever it was a while ago. Zebeda almost certainly liked fanfic. Interesting. You think they would have programmed you with cultural stereotypes? Oh, right. You're a robot. You wonder how a robot is supposed to act. You sit up straighter and think about circuit boards. Mallek messes around some more on his computer and frowns. Then he frowns some more. Then he reaches down and picks up one of the thick purple wires from the mess on the ground. He pauses. Apparently, he isn't sure where to stick it. Yeah, he isn't sure where to stick it. He glances down and crosses your legs before you can pull your dress down and search for an external port. Because nope, not happening, dude. You don't have any network connections, so I've got to use an Ethernet. Don't be lame. You aren't being lame. You just don't want things in offices. Eventually, you compromise, and he sticks it under your armpit, like you're a baby with having your temperature taken. You watch him tap away on the screen, marveling at the ludicrous choices you've made in your life, and that has led you to a troll sticking a wire under your armpit because you can't find your Wi-Fi signal. Yeah. You sit there as he his brow furrows further as he gets his frown gets more pronounced. His annoyance bounces him on his laid-back, cool guy attitude. A blinking purple light flashes on his piercing. Maybe my tech isn't compatible. One of the wires is coming towards you, and for a second you think you've actually found a piece of technology that's actually alive. But then you see a little flicker of movement, and at the end of it realize it's just a white snake with beady, intelligent eyes. Oh, a Lucis. Don't be scared, he won't hurt you. He's just checking out everything out. Of course not. Why would you be afraid of a giant snake winding up your leg? Everybody's really about your legs. You need to get a pair of pants. We did get complimented on our legs. Is the snake checking for your artificial parts? Are snakes particularly sensitive to technology? Is it because they're long? Weird. This is a radical situation. I have no idea what to make of you, dude. You feel like such a douchebag. Can you really continue to live this lie? Cool. Let's be honest with him. I'm not a robot. You brace yourself, and your experience dealing with the fallout of your deception is never pleasant. You expect him to throw you out, or at least get the snake, at least get a snake to the face. Instead, Mallek sags back into his desk chair, which starts with depression little squeal. He takes off the glasses and drops them to his desk, palming it at his eyes. Oh, oh man, we dressed him. Oh man, we've upset him. It strikes you how exhausted he looks. You thought the dark smudges were eyeliner, but they might just be eyeliner in despair. You wonder if now is the time to start apologizing. You're getting really good at apologies. It's chill. I was the one who grabbed you off the street. You were probably scared of what I'd do if you weren't what I'd hoped you were. Well, more like you were worried about the friend opportunity that would swirl out of down the drain. But yeah, okay. You're also a little scared. You still are. It's a total body encompassing ambient fear that is always buzzing in the background of everything you do in Alternia. So subliminal that sometimes you wonder if it's the total opposite, the complete absence of fear. That is deep, man. In retrospect, it is probably stupid to assume that a robot is going to solve my problems. Very true. In your limited experience, more robots, more problems. Yeah, it is. It was just something new, you know. Something I haven't tried yet. What is it exactly he's trying to so hard to do? He seems pretty good, well off. What with hacking drones and stuff like that? Mallek laughs. Yeah, hacking drones. That is all just nonsense. He looses curls around his ankle affectionately. He gives him a little nudge. His palm husk rings and he pulls it out of his pocket. Just like a couple seconds later. I can't deal with this right now. Come on. He heads down to the lower floor, waiting for the bottom of the steps to see if you're following. You are, albeit nervously. You're having a hard time reading Mallek. Maybe it's all the piercings. It's got worse than... It gets worse when he calls the elevator and then stands back. After you. You expect swinging blades to come out at you, but they don't. You expect Mallek to attack you, but he doesn't. Just slumps moodily back against the elevator wall and closes his eyes. His palm husk rings again, and his jaw tenses. The elevator goes past the lobby, and then it goes past the basement, and the sub-basement. Crap. What's the sub of a sub-basement? Dude, what? The sub-basement is just a square, dungeon-like space. Damp trickling down the walls. Your stomach crumbles and your heart bounces into your throat. Oh no, it's Mallek's cerulean murder. Is this Mallek's cerulean murder dungeon? A phantom pain presses against your ribbon arm. But Mallek just leads you through a gap in the wall that you initially took for a shadow. It opens up to a tunnel with rough stone walls and dirt-covered floor. It's clearly man-made, or troll-made. The air grows damper and the sound of rushing water gets closer and closer. We're in the sewers again. It emerges in the tumble and you find yourself on the bank of a wide underground river. Mallek sits down on the edge of the overlook. Sit down, sorry. This is not as comfortable as the loft. But man, Mallek brought you to a special place? I don't know if I'd call it special, but it is a place I come a lot. You sit down next to him. You get how this could be pretty zen, just watching the dark water flow by. The walls glow with that eerie bioluminescent digging craters underneath Mallek's tired eyes. Also, he pulls his phone out and shows you the screen. No husk signal. This is the only place I can really unplug. Kind of relaxing, you know? Is it just me, or is his face kind of changing a bit? Yeah, you imagine you'd imagine that the demands of being an information specialist could really put a dent in your chill. Yeah, see, his head's changing. Hell yeah. Yeah. It's, the sprites are definitely moving. You sit there with the rock digging into your behind and allowing yourself to appreciate just how deep this gesture of trust really is. Even after you lied to him, he wants to tell you his life story. Crap, you love life stories. You ask him exactly what he wants with your not-existent robot lurals. He said something about reprogramming drones, didn't he? Could he be part of the resistance? What? Oh, you mean that Loveload right stuff? No. What is even the point? That's a great way to get killed. Or killed. But he helped Diamond and that other little guy. Yeah, but they're cool. And I was paying them for the services, for services rendered. Roughing you up. He nudged you with the elbow. So far, all I've been able to do is reroute delivery drones. Just some weak sauce stuff like that. That is pretty pathetic way to mess up the system. You aren't sure you get what he's about. Why care about messing up the system if you don't want a revolution? I guess I wouldn't mind revolution. Alternia is alright. Well, for me it's alright. Not for everybody. I'm not so myopic to think that I don't have it better than a lot of trolls, and I'm not one of those bulge biters who wants who does things about the sanctity of the blood, but how lowbloods deserve and how lowbloods deserve what they get. They don't. It blows. I don't blame them for feeling bad or whatever. I just got to worry about myself. That's all I got the energy for. Well, he does seem to be doing pretty okay. Like, he has the sweet pad. Yeah, right. For half a sweet, maybe. Then it is all gone. Everything I've worked for, and I'm up in space. Right, the space warp. Sounds like a huge drag. Yeah, dude. He tosses a rock into the dark water below. But that is the plan, right? If I own the drones, I own the whole system. Then I own the heiress. They'd all be playing my game with my rules. His eyes glint with the semi-darkness, and so does the little hint of the fang of his smile. His piercings light up like a tiny points of fire. You tell him that sure sounds like a revolution talk to you, but also a villain talk. He grins like you're flattering him. Right, but I'm swoops away from that, and other hackers won't. I mean, I work alone. I'm not a psionic. Can't use mine, honey. It won't kill me the way I would a Rusty, and I definitely get the runs. Gross. I don't have sweeps. I have months. I have maybe pedigrees. Okay. You ask him if he thinks things are gonna be really bad for him up there in space. Like I said, I'm not a psychic, so no one is gonna turn me into a battery. They'll make me a soldier or a spy. What about his hacker skills? Oh yeah, check out my illegal activities. Please give me a good assignment. Hell no. Yeah, he couldn't put that into his resume. If I was a high blood, I could get away with it probably. Or they might think I was cute if I was a low blood. But midcast is like, no way. Crap. There's gotta be something. He pulls out his palm husk and starts frantically tapping away. Wait, you thought he didn't have any signal down here? Yeah, but I got a Wi-Fi hotspot. What am I? Some kind of Luddite? Okay then. He gestures to one of his earrings. You aren't sure if he means that his jewelry is the Wi-Fi hotspot? Or if that's a troll gesture for... You're an idiot. I wouldn't put it past him for having the earring hotspot. Hey buddy, you said you were gonna unplug. That's important for your mental health, isn't it? Getting off the internet once in a while? You can't really speak for yourself, since you've only very recently become internet celeb. Mallek waves you away. You grab his palm husk. You aren't honestly sure why. Maybe you're trying to be flirty or playful or something. Because everybody knows there's nothing more flirty and playful than stealing people's stuff. People love that. You manage to snatch it away, but your floppy fingers fumble and you lose your grip. Cool. Mallek's phone sails over the edge of the bank and into the dark waters below. That flashes the sound of your doom. Mallek stares at the water and then stares at you. His mouth moves soundlessly. You threw my tech into the water. Mallek puts his hand on his shoulder. Somehow, against all possible odds, he's still gonna be chill. Wow, what a guy! You hit the water before you know what's happening. It isn't freezing, but it sure as hell isn't balmy either. The current grabs you and tugs you under. Your knees and elbows scrape the rocks, and your dress tangles around your legs, making it hard to kick back and towards the surface. The water is so dark you don't even know where the surface is. Just when you're making peace with the fact that your grave is going to be a watery one, something grabs you from behind and hauls you upwards. You gasp for air, choking on in more water than anything else. Two strong hands push you onto the bank, then begin smacking you on the back. You don't think it'd help you cough up any water, but you do think it's gonna bruise. My bad, dude. That was a reflex. You threw my stuff in the water, so I threw yours. Are you okay? You hack up one more gasp of water and give Mallek the thumbs up. As wet as you are, a hair slicked back of his forehead. You make sure his eyes look huge and possibly blue. He jumped in to save your clumsy behind. His shirt is gone, and hey, now you know there are locations of 2 more piercings. You apologize for grabbing his phone. In retrospect, you should not have tried to be cute at the edge of the river. Yeah, you don't have to try. I mean, crap. Mallek flushes. Right. Now you just look like you've drowned. Now you just look like a drowned squeak beast. Sorry, I messed up your rumpus robe. I'll lend you something. Cool, you're kind of over this dress anyway. Hey. Mallek twists his claws together. You aren't going to tell people what I said earlier. I'm not afraid to get off the planet. I just, you know. This time you do know. You tell him his secret is safe with him. And if you find any actual robots in your travel, you'll send them his way. Thanks. Here. He helps you to your feet, and it's cold down here. I'll get you something when we get back upstairs, as long as you don't mind wearing my sign. You can't think of anything you'd like more, honestly. Cool. Got the right answer without trying. Well, I say without trying. By accident. Isn't that without trying? Anyway, that means we've got two wrong answers to get. So be polite. You remember hello while trying not to meet those alarming blue eyes, because although you've amassed quite a cache of high blood hoes, you know what blue technically means to you. Yikes o'clock. You don't love the idea of throwing yourself out a moving vehicle, but you also don't love being stuck inside with one of those high bloods. And past evidence has shown that although wild acts of foolhardily daring end in pain and embarrassment, you are not actually being killed yet. If you didn't die then, you probably won't die now, and this is 100% how probability works. You open the door, and before the troll or his ruffians have a choice to protest, you ollie out of there. You are right. You don't die, but it sucks. Ooh, sweet plant. Face first. Okay, and see, I like how the first one's usually pretty short. Anyway, so what's the wrong one on this one? Tell him that. Okay, cool. You're in this you're in to win this. You're writing it out until the end. You tell them that you're actually the latest model of your spy bot from your alien government. You're so advanced that you're indistinguishable from the real thing. Seriously, you aren't supposed to tell anyone, but you're telling him, since he's so rad. This is terrible. You just promised yourself that the other day that you'd stop lying to make yourself look good. Or in this case, make yourself look like a robot. Besides, he's never going to buy it. I knew it. There's no other explanation. Fascinating. He leans in close and that you almost tip backwards off your chair. He catches your arm. He's surprisingly strong for such a skinny nerd, though you really shouldn't be surprised anymore. Size doesn't correlate to strength for trolls, necessarily. His skin is chilly and his nails press dense into your skin of your arm. It hurts, but not enough to shake him off. He's looking at you so seriously. What? Does he think your eyes are USB ports? You apologize that your robot specs are not the right ones. Mallek breaks out of this trance and lets go of your arm. Are you kidding? What am I, some sort of script wriggler? This rules. I'm gonna be the first to crack you. Okay. Yikes! You have expected him to take some sort of tortured screwdriver and start prying you open. Instead, he gives you yet another one of those unreasonable flirty smiles. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna make your own entire system. I'm gonna own your entire system. Sorry. Whoa. I'm hungry. Are you hungry? With that, he takes off down the steps, jumping the last few and vanishing into the kitchen. You're left you're left there blinking at his after image. It sounded like he was just hitting on you back there, but then he pranced down the stairs like a bejeweled antelope. You creep down to the kitchen and find him pulling things out of the cabinets, opening the fridge with his toes and slamming it shut with a hard kick, like so that all the stuff on the top rattles. His palm rings and he pulls it out of his pocket, answering it and spitting a bunch of jargon to at the person on the other end. He does it all while there's rooting around in a drawer of cutlery, talking loud enough to be heard over the rattling. All you know about hacking is that it's usually done by a bunch of greasy dudes with glasses and Dorito dust on their fingers. Usually, there's a girl and she's hot. You aren't sure which trope Mallek is yet, probably a combination of all of them. But he yells something over the phone about blockchain. You take the time to wonder, rather sheepishly, how many other piercings he's got on other parts of his body. I haven't tried messing with robots yet, really. So far I've only reprogrammed drones remotely. You realize blatantly that he's no longer on the phone and instead talking to you. Alright, he mentioned something about that earlier with the diamond. Hacking into drones to reroute their delivery routes. Yeah, rerouting is easy. I almost got my gear that way. I got almost all my gear that way. All the good stuff is reserved for blues. Wait, isn't Mallek a blue? He laughs and puts a pan on the stove. As if, sure, Cerulean is blue, but barely. Every indigo you meet is gonna make sure you know it. You want to ask him if you can help him with anything, but you barely know how to cook when you're on your own planet. He pauses with 2 eggs above a mix bowl. You like cluck beast embryos? What now? He cracks the eggs and yolks are purple and runny. Your stomach squirms uncomfortably. Oh, my bad. Can you even eat? Oh, what? Yeah, robot. Of course you can eat. I wouldn't be very clever disguise if you couldn't eat, right? Although, now that you mentioned it, you really haven't eaten as much as you did on Earth. The meals you've had have been far and few between. You aren't even that hungry. Weird. Oh god. What if you are a robot? Plot twist. Mallek is not privy to your existential crisis and therefore keeps cracking eggs. Cluck beast embryos. God, troll words are so ridiculous. Not really. No language is inherently any more ridiculous than any other, subjectively. They should really have programmed that in when they taught you how to read Alternian. What? Nobody taught you how to read? You're on Twitter. All your chirps are in Alternian. Let me see your palm husk. He holds out your hands. He holds out a hand for your phone. His nails are painted shimmery black, and he has one of the those thick rings that could double as a brass knuckle. Cool. You tell him that you figured you just had the palm musk on Earth setting, but of course that makes no sense. Nobody here knows about Earth or about English, for that matter. You're pretty sure it's not even the most commonly spoken Earth language. Nope, no translation software running. And this is good old-fashioned Alternian. Well, it's not old-fashioned, it's contemporary. That's an idiom. See, if you weren't a robot, this would be really weird. Well, it already is kind of weird that you're a robot. But you're an Alternian, but your Alternian is perfect. You want to tell him that your Alternian is in no way perfect. You have literally no idea what's going on. Oh boy. Before you can get out words, a terrific crash comes from somewhere above you. Mallek drops his palm musk into the bowl of Cluckbeat's embryos. Dang. Crap. Drones. Crap. You don't need this right now. You, a fake robot, have no chance against real robots. With lasers, even worse, Mallek rounds on you, lips drawn back from his teeth. This is your fault. They must have tracked you here. No way they could find this place. I'm off the grid. You try and point out to Mallek that the drones are mad about all the hacking business, but he isn't listening to you. He's shoving his palm musk into his pocket and making a leap for the kitchen window. Crap. Can he survive a 10-story drop? You aren't sure. One thing's for sure though, you can't. Oh, okay. Well, that's the ending for Mallek. Well, not the ending for Mallek, but that's all the endings of Mallek's route. He seemed pretty chilled in his correct ending. I quite like the guy. Thank you for stopping around for that one, and hopefully I can see you on the next one. With that, goodbye.